CAIR spends the afternoon trying to tear down the statue of Christopher Columbus.
Some heated words over a Christopher Columbus statue in Waterbury. Tonight, two groups stood outside City Hall with two very different views on what that statue means.
Fad Saeed organized today's gathering, saying he wants to uplift black and brown communities.
He was an oppressor, and if you mean that you want change, this will be change. You can't have a Black Lives Matter flag hanging there as a show and then have a hateful person there.
One group surrounding the statue making it clear they want it to stay. The other group demanding it be taken down. Less than an hour into the rally, about 20 people who want to keep the statue arrived. Some attending the Black Lives Matter rally became upset, yelling. Occasionally, police came in to separate them, and others came in to try and keep everyone apart and the rally going.
What does CAIR have to do with Christopher Columbus, statues, or even America at this point? The chances that this man knows anything about Columbus are exceedingly low. He is doing it because it is an attack on American society and white people.
He wants to uplift black and brown communities.
That is what the statue means to him, but notice how the reporter puts a happy face on it. CAIR brings the bikers water, and they kiss and make up.
Sometime later, organizer Fad Saeed brought water for those around the statue, sharing his feelings, experiences, and perspective.
We just want equality for all people.
We're in it together.
Nevertheless, CAIR was involved in an obnoxious, aggressive, and illegal activity.
And organizers say they'll be back here tomorrow at noon to protest the Christopher Columbus statue, demanding it be taken down.
Shouldn't they be doing their job instead? After a Bristol Northeast middle school cancels a presentation about Islam, outrage ensues.
New at 11, a Muslim woman was scheduled to talk to Bristol middle school students about Islam for world history, but threats forced the school to cancel out of concerns for safety.
It all began with this letter. A Bristol middle school teacher told parents a young Muslim woman would give a presentation about the Islamic faith to students. The note saying it would enrich curriculum on world history. But the reaction was swift and unexpected. Mayor Ellen Zapo-Sasu says threats came in targeting the teacher who organized the event. So out of a concern for student and teacher safety, the superintendent canceled the talk.
I do believe that further understanding other cultures helps with tolerance, and I'm disappointed that she is not coming to Bristol.
Well, I think part of the reaction is Islamophobia.
Chairperson for the Connecticut Council on American Islamic Relations, Farhan Memon, says after hearing the news, he reached out to the district.
I told the superintendent that it was the wrong thing to do. It was a disservice not only to the students in Bristol, but also to the wider community.
But it turns out the police don't know anything about any threats.
Bristol police said they haven't gotten any complaints thus far.
We also reached out to police who told us that as of right now, they have not received any reports of threats regarding this matter.
Also, it turns out that the presenter was a former employee of CAIR. She also organized an event where Debbie Almantasser and Linda Sarsour spoke. No wonder the parents were mad. They weren't being bigots, they were being responsible parents. TV stations around the country just do not know how to frame stories like this because they will not examine CAIR.
It's important that we understand why people think the certain way that they do, why they believe in certain things.
A halal butcher shop slaughters a cow in the back of a Home Depot.
Bloomfield police are investigating after a butcher shop was vandalized with anti-Muslim messages. Saba Live Poultry has been at the center of controversy after a worker publicly slaughtered a cow.
Early Wednesday morning, Bloomfield police surrounded the Saba Live Poultry looking for any clues as to how these messages ended up on the side of the building. Ali Ahmed left last night after a full day of work inside of the building, but returned to anti-Muslim sentiments, stating Muslims go home and cease with the needless slaughtering.
On American Islamic Relations was in Bloomfield today to help Saba Meat Store. Volunteers helping to clean up hateful graffiti that was spray painted on the side of the building. This after a former employee of Saba slaughtered a cow in the Home Depot parking lot. This was a story NBC Connecticut Investigates was first to report. That business was later shut down due to several violations unrelated to that incident. But organizers out there today say the hateful messages have no place in our state.
Specifically, what we were scared of is somebody coming out saying Muslims go home. This is our home. We're not going anyplace, and that's why we're here today to help out the business. Small business, great people, just trying to make it.
It's not that a cow escaped, potentially causing a car crash. It's not that the crew slaughtered the cow in the Home Depot parking lot. It's not that they were running an unsanitary, inhumane business.
Officials with the State Department of Agriculture went to Saba's Wednesday after receiving a complaint about the incident. Once there, investigators found unsafe conditions for chickens, rabbits, sheep, goats, and other animals.
It's not that they are resentful of the town.
It's upsetting and it's discrimination. It gets me scared, to be honest with you, especially now with what's going on. They look at us from a different angle, and we treat it differently.
It's not that they never apologized. The TV station did that for them.
We called and went to Saba to get a comment, but no one answered, even though people were inside.
I think they were just like circling it.
That's what I thought they were doing. This guy had a bow and arrow. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I heard that.
I'm pretty sure I couldn't even believe what I'm seeing.
Now, people speaking on behalf of Saba Live Poultry have told me that this is something that they feel deeply saddened about, and they are working extremely hard to rectify the situation.
And it's not that the town had to come to them in a gesture of goodwill. It's that CAIR was lecturing us again about how we should behave.
Anyone who thinks that hate and bigotry should play a part in the American way of life today should question their own allegiance to our great nation and our values as Americans.
Here's what happened when two Connecticut neighbors met and then CAIR got involved.
Fox 61 exclusive. A shocking mall confrontation in Manchester, all caught on video, the incident sparking a police investigation.
Yeah, guys, this incident happened here at the Buckland Hills Mall inside the Macy's store just before 8 o'clock last night. Manchester police confirming to Fox 61 that they are investigating a racially motivated incident. This video posted on social media.
So they're really making us wear a head wrap. Yeah, walk away.
She said it all started when the woman was talking to someone on speakerphone.
And she goes, oh yeah, I'm trying to look for my keys, but I mean, there's no one here to ask for help. They're all immigrants. They don't speak in English.
Now talking to each other. The video caught the attention of CAIR, Connecticut American Islamic Relations.
We're seeing more of this. People are emboldened to say what they think. They're using the idea that this is a free country and we have free speech to kind of shield against what is real hate. And the solution isn't to spout out more hate and more xenophobia. It's to meet your neighbor.
See, because they're making you wear a head wrap. So they're really making us wear a head wrap. Yeah, walk away. Walk away.
And we have a Fox 61 follow-up for you on a story you saw first here on Fox 61. A family targeted by hate speech now trying to get in contact with the woman who verbally attacked them. The Muslim family was shopping at a Macy's at the Buckland Hills Mall when they caught part of the confrontation on camera. Well, now Muslim community leaders say this has been just another act of hate in recent weeks.
Manchester police issued an infraction ticket for creating a public disturbance. The family is working with the Council of American Islamic Relations, Connecticut, to reach out to Hitchcock to discuss what happened. They said they expect an apology and, quote, we feel that respectful, civilized communication could be an effective tool to prevent future incidents like this.
CAIR wants to bring these two parties together again. Why? What kind of crazy idea is this? These two people don't like each other, and that is allowed, but not in CAIR's world. Instead of tracking people down to exact apologies, shouldn't they be doing their job? Here's a broadcast about the white powder Gary Gravel was sending around. Notice how the reporter credits CAIR, not the police, with the news that police are investigating the act as a possible hate crime.
Is being stepped up at mosques all across the state tonight after a letter with a white powder was sent to the Islamic Center of New London in Groton today. According to the Council on American Islamic Relations, police are looking into the case as a possible hate crime because the letter also contained derogatory comments about Islam.
CAIR is now a source for information about police investigations? Well, why not? They seem to do everything else, everything except confront violent Muslims in this country. It is this kind of thing that gives an undeserved legitimacy to CAIR. And although Connecticut has it better than many places around the country,
Minnesota killed George Floyd.
The longer they look the other way, the worse their problems are going to be with the Council on American Islamic Relations.